delighting you always.
Ayubowan and good afternoon. Thank you for logging online and for being here with us today as we unveil the highly anticipated Canon EOS R5 and R6 models along with the R5 lens series. Today also coincides with an important milestone for us here at Metropolitan as we celebrate the 62nd anniversary. Thanks to all of you, the Metropolitan Group has evolved from being a recognized name in office automation and technology to a well-established and trusted name in many households. Among the many partnerships that we have represented throughout the years, the Canon Metropolitan partnership spans for more than 40 of those years. And today, we are really excited to mark those two landmark events with this unique, first of its kind launch. So without further ado, sit back and enjoy our upcoming presentation, which aims to highlight Canon's latest lineup of full-frame mirrorless cameras, which will no doubt empower and bring you that much closer to be able to express yourself in really extraordinary ways. Stay tuned.
Canon, delighting you always.
Since 1958, Metropolitan has presented state institutions, workplaces and industries with advanced technologies and services that have spurred on productivity and efficiency. The group's vision of a metropolitan solution in every place of work and its diligent provision of the same has earned the company the reputed super brand status. Since its humble beginning, the group has expanded its workplace solutions business into a variety of sectors, and today it stands as a diversified group engaged in the planning and implementation of national technology projects in areas such as technology infrastructure, advanced digital secure printing, national mission critical communication, and engineering solutions. The company's biggest strength is in its technical and engineering proficiency that supports its entire range of products and services on a 24-hour on-call basis. For more than 3 decades, Metropolitan has been setting trends in the field of photography in Sri Lanka. From introducing the most advanced camera and lens technology to supporting schools, conducting workshops, photo tours, events and training, it is the go-to photography company for knowledge, experience, technology and support. The Metropolitan Group.
I am delighted to join in on this virtual online launch. It is with great pride and satisfaction that we celebrate our 62nd anniversary. From the very beginning, it has been the Metropolitan policy to partner the world's leading brands. We are indeed proud of over 6 decades our customer relationships and maintaining the highest standards of service promise, which have been the bedrock of our success and standing in the market. Today I wish to focus on our very special relationship with Canon, which spans more than 40 years. Every product introduced by Canon has been admired by customers for the aspects of unmatched quality and reliability. It is therefore not a surprise that Canon is regarded as the undisputed leader in the world in the field of photography, with special recognition of their innovation. Canon's first electronic camera, the model AE1, heralded the birth of electronics and automation in photography. The fact that over 60% of professionals worldwide rely on Canon photographic equipment alone bears testimony to the quality, reliability, and versatility of the brand. To celebrate our 62nd anniversary, we are proud to be associated with the launch of the mirrorless range of Canon cameras, with the introductions of the models EOS R5 and R6. International reviews confirm that these models are indeed a game changer. The resolution speed, image processing, and the 8K video capability are simply amazing. You will find that the introductory prices are very reasonable too. While I take a moment to thank our loyal customers, I also wish to place on record my sincere appreciation of the efforts of our dedicated staff, especially Taslim, Suresh, Shehan, and Sean. Their contribution has helped to establish Canon as the first choice in photographic equipment in Sri Lanka today.
Good afternoon, Metropolitan, as well as all the Sri Lankans participating in this virtual launch. I'm Eddie Udagawa, Vice President of Canon's Regional Imaging Communication Product Division. I wish to extend my heartiest greetings to our Sri Lanka partner, Metropolitan Group, as they celebrate their 62nd anniversary. The sustainability of any organization in today's challenging environment is to remain dynamic and be proactive to market demands whilst constantly adding value. In this context, Metropolitan has stood out well and has surely excelled in their performance, having acquired loyal customer bases as well as entrenched their footprint in several technological sectors. Metropolitan has been our partner for the past 4 decades and represents us in almost all our product categories. They offer our copiers and printing systems, inkjet and laser printers, scanners, as well as the full range of digital cameras. As our partner, Metropolitan is committed to customer care and sends their technical teams over to Canon Singapore for regular technical training as well as update of skills. This is a very important criterion which we expect our local business partners to invest in, so that your investment is protected by a dependable and responsible customer care infrastructure, as that of Metropolitan. As a global leader in digital imaging solutions, Canon has been in the forefront of the digital camera and lens technologies. We constantly invest in R&D and seriously consider customer insights in developing products that suit customer applications in the most cost-effective manner. Today, we are launching in Sri Lanka the Canon EOS R5 and R6, both full-frame mirrorless cameras that compact with a bundle of technological advanced features that will not only excite the users, but will empower every user to his or her fullest potential. It is equipped with 8K video, as well as high-quality, high-speed shooting experience. I understand that the rest of the features and benefits will be shared later on, and I can assure you that it will surely change the landscape of photography in the world. I wish Metropolitan every success in their launch today and assure the Sri Lanka photographers our commitment to provide relevant and state-of-the-art technological imaging products that will add value and enrich your performance. Thank you again for your participation today.
This is it now, come out of the shadows.
Canon, delighting you always.
Thank you, Udagawa-san, for those warm and inspiring words. Your participation at our launch has encouraged me and my team, and I'm sure all our discerning photographers must be now eagerly waiting to hear more about EOS R5 and R6. But before that, I must take a moment to thank our chairman, Mr. J.J. Ambani, for his confidence in me to lead this talented and passionate team at Metropolitan Photohub, the photography arm of the group. Following the pandemic, we adapted immediately to the current market challenges and are now reaching our customers mainly on digital platforms via social media forums, and this launch of the EOS R5 and R6 is in sync with this overall strategy. I'm sure that most of you who are participating this virtual launch will miss our regular events such as the workshops, product launches, photo tours and the annual Canon Photo Marathon. At all these events, it was the physical interaction and the sharing that we enjoyed most. We promise to continue to add value to your photographic skills and techniques through alternative programs during these challenging times. This launch is one of those efforts to share the latest technology revolutions in photography. Both the R5 and R6 come with some extraordinary features that will empower you so that you may express yourself perhaps in the most unimaginable manner. The astonishing features that come with these models will give you a high quality and high speed shooting experience and will surely change the landscape of the photography industry. Suresh will enlighten you later on with the unique features of EOS R5 and R6. We have been really fortunate to receive the support of Canon Singapore for this event, and I will fail in my duty if I don't mention Ivan, Hector, Andrew, Jonathan and of course Catherine, who extended their fullest cooperation in so many ways. I just cannot overlook the efforts of Suresh, Jehan, Lakmal as well as Pulinder, who contributed immensely, and the contributions from Lanel and Mayuri of our group corporate communications, who added finish to the program. Thank you for joining our launch. I hope you enjoy the rest of the program.
Canon, delighting you always.
Hi everyone, I am Suresh. Today I am privileged to present to you the new state-of-the-art products which we are launching. But first I would like to thank you all for the support you have given Canon and Metropolitan. Today we are launching the long-awaited two brand new full-frame mirrorless cameras under the EOS R lineup, the EOS R5 and EOS R6, which I am sure is going to be a game changer, just like the EOS R5D Mark II when it was launched back in 2008. The EOS R5 and EOS R6 is capable of delivering beyond the expectation of advanced and professional users with the breakthrough technologies and features, in particularly the R5. So let's go straight to the key features. The EOS R5 is equipped with a 45 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor that is almost close to medium format resolution, and the EOS R5 is more than capable of meeting the exacting demands of professionals, from large format commercial printing or capturing intricate details in landscape photography and even intensive cropping, which is frequently required in wildlife photography. Both the R5 and R6 is powered by the new Digic 10 image processor, which was introduced in the flagship EOS 1DX Mark III, and the electronic shutter in both the EOS R5 and R6 is capable of a continuous shooting speed of up to 20 frames per second at full resolution, even with the AF and AE tracking. And the mechanical shutter is able to shoot at a continuous shooting speed of 12 frames per second, placing both these cameras among the fastest full frame mirrorless cameras currently available in the market. It's not only just being fast, the camera buffer coupled with the new CF Express card allows the EOS R5 to shoot at a burst rate of up to 180 raw images continuously at 20 frames per second for 9 seconds. With the new Digic 10 imaging processor, the noise level capabilities has also improved vastly. Despite having 45 megapixels, the EOS R5's native ISO can go up to an incredible 51,200 and has the option to expand to 102,400 despite having 50% more pixels than the EOS R. The EOS R performs much better in the ISO department. For years, the high-speed, high-precision dual-pixel CMOS AF has been the core autofocus technology behind Canon's best cameras, designed to provide smooth, high-performance focus tracking in movies and fast autofocus when shooting still photos. This technology makes capturing a moving subject and retaining sharp focus very easy. For the first time ever in the EOS lineup, the AF coverage area has been expanded to cover the entire sensor by 100% horizontal and 100% vertical, which means focusing is available on any part of the frame, making focusing on subjects at the far edges very easy. Compared to the EOS R, the number of AF points for both cameras during automatic selection has increased by 7-fold to an impressive 1053 points. Manually selectable AF positions on the EOS R5 is 5940, while the EOS R6 has 6072, which is 1.5 times more than the EOS 1DX Mark III. With this significant increase, accuracy of the AF tracking has improved tremendously. Fast tracking with eye detection AF was first introduced in the EOS R and RP. With the new dual pixel CMOS AF2, the EOS R5 and R6 can enable AF priority mode for either people or animals. In addition, the camera is able to recognize not just the body but also the head and eyes of the subject as well. With these advancements in autofocus, photographers in fields such as sports and bird photography will definitely benefit tremendously. Now let's move on to another key feature in the EOS R5 and R6, in-body image stabilizer. The Canon EOS R5 and R6 is the first Canon EOS series camera to incorporate a 5-axis camera in-body image stabilization. When used in tandem with an optical image stabilizer equipped RF lens or even with RF lenses that do not have IS, the camera shake blur reduction is as effective as up to 8 stops decrease in shutter speed. You can also gain image stabilization when using EF lenses that do not have optical image stabilizer. Both cameras use a new algorithm made possible by the new Digic 10 imaging engine to process gyro signal data and achieve higher image stabilization effects. Coordinated control utilizes the image stabilization mechanism of both the cameras and lens simultaneously. This coordinated control results in an optimized stabilization across the entire zooming range from wide angle to telephoto depending on the lens you use. The main benefit of this feature is that both cameras can handle a wider range of shooting conditions. For example, you can now take a handheld shot of a 2 seconds exposure using a RF lens with a 100mm focal length and still get a sharp image of a waterfall motion without using a tripod. This gives you lots of opportunities to shoot long exposures in night scenes, even fireworks, without having to use a tripod. Now let's see the connectivity of these cameras. The EOS R5 has the most advanced wireless features in any Canon camera to date. It supports both 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz wireless LAN without the need for any additional accessory, which is the first for a Canon camera. FTB and FTPS data transfer is supported as well. With these connectivity features, photographers can easily transfer image data from the camera to a smart device, PC or even FTB server. If you require even faster speeds or SFTB with secured link, the optional WFT-R10 wireless transmitter is also available. It comes with 2x2 MIMO and wired LAN for faster and a more stable connection. Both cameras support Bluetooth and is the first to work fully with the new Image.Canon cloud platform. Once configured and with a Wi-Fi connection established, the camera can automatically upload images and video files and store them in the Image.Canon cloud for up to 30 days with no limit in size. This includes original RAW files and 8K movies as well. You can even configure Image.com to automatically transfer original image data to various third-party platforms such as Google Photos, Google Drive or Adobe Creative Cloud. In terms of durability, the EOS R5 has a magnesium alloy body and has the same level of dust and drip resistant capability of the EOS 5D Mark IV. The shutter durability on the EOS R5 is the same 500,000 cycle shutter durability as the EOS 1DX Mark III, while the EOS R6 has a 300,000 cycle shutter durability. Additionally, the shutter curtain of both cameras can be configured either to close or remain open when the power is off. This is a very useful feature to prevent dust from entering the sensor chamber when changing lenses. In terms of usability, you have a 2.1 million dot 3.2 inch vari-angle LCD touchscreen. Canon is well known for the best touchscreens in the industry, and therefore you can enjoy touchscreen convenience during shooting as well as when accessing the menu. The electronic viewfinder comes with an incredible 5.76 million dots, which provide outstanding clarity when viewing through the viewfinder. This also means that the new viewfinder is 1.5 times better than the EOS R. Display refresh rate of the electronic viewfinder is now at 119.88 of 59.94 frames per second for both cameras, which is twice of the EOS R. The smooth display makes tracking of moving subjects much easier. After listening to a lot of feedback on the EOS R, we decided to bring back the multi-controller and the quick control dial. This will make it easier for photographers to change AF points and changing various settings. The EOS R5 and R6 also comes with a new LPE6NH battery, which is 15% higher in capacity than the LPE6N, which allows you to shoot for longer for up to 700 shots on eco mode. Both cameras are also compatible with the existing LPE6N and LPE6 batteries. Earlier I mentioned that these two cameras are capable of shooting up to 20 frames at full resolution. This is made possible by the inclusion of the new media storage, the CF Express card. This media type is the future of high-speed data transfer, and it is one reason the camera is able to shoot 8K videos. In addition to the CF Express card, the EOS R5 also has a SD card slot supporting UHS 2 speed. There is also a new BG-R10 battery grip available as an optional accessory equipped with a multi-controller designed for shooting in vertical, which makes portrait photography easier. Now I would like to share with you the key features of the EOS R6. This camera is quite similar to the EOS R5 and both cameras share a lot in common. Let's see what's different. The sensor on the EOS R6 comes with a 20 megapixel full frame sensor, which is the same sensor found in the Canon flagship DSLR, the EOS 1DX Mark III, coupled with the Digic 10 imaging processor. The R6 inherits the same outstanding performance seen in the 1DX Mark III. Native ISO goes up to 102,400 and can be expandable to 204,800. Autofocus is almost the same, but the EOS R6 surpasses the EOS R5 in terms of low light sensitivity. The EOS R6 is able to focus down to EV 6.5, which is slightly better than the EOS R5 EV -6. Another difference is the card slot. The EOS R6 has 2 card slots and both are SD, whereas the EOS R5 has 1 CF Express and 1 SD card slot. Design wise, both cameras look the same, but what makes the EOS R6 different is the mode dial on top instead of the LCD screen on top, which is on the EOS R5. This allows quick switching on various camera settings that you may already be familiar with. So now let's look at the video features of both these cameras very briefly. The EOS R5 can record 8K movies at a smooth 30 frames per second with full sensor readout due to the incredible power of the Digic 10 processor coupled with the ultra-fast CF Express media. Shooting in 8K allows you the flexibility of cropping during post-production even for 4K delivery, allowing more creative expression through zooming or panning. In addition, there is an option to record 8K raw movies internally without any external accessory. The EOS R5 is also capable of recording up to 120 frames per second in 4K as well, which is highly sought out in the industry. The EOS R6 is capable of shooting 4K videos at up to 60 frames per second and slow motion at 120 frames per second in full HD, all without crop, similar to the EOS R5. The beauty is that dual pixel CMOS AF is available in all resolutions and formats for both EOS R5 and R6. All these video features make these cameras a great tool for video makers and other hybrid shooters. Now we will be introducing the new RF lenses, which brings the total RF lens lineup up to 17. First up is the RF 100 to 500 f4.5 7.5 LIS USL. This lens is the RF version of the very popular EF 100 to 400 LIS Mark II. Although this lens has an additional 100 mm focal length at the telephoto end, it's actually 15% lighter than the EF 100 to 400 LIS Mark II. This lens comes with a 5-stop image stabilization, 3 IS modes, dual nano USA motors for ultra fast and quiet focusing, and with heat shield coating and of course dust and drip resistant design. You will be happy to note that an additional dust resistant design has been incorporated inside the extended part of the lens barrel to prevent dust from entering. With the RF 100 to 500 mm lens, there is also 2 RF 1.4 and 2x times converters, and with this you can increase the focal length to 700 mm and 1000 mm respectively. This provides nature and wildlife photographers the added flexibility when you need to reach further. Compared with the EF extenders, the RF extenders reduce 25% in terms of length, made possible by the large RF lens mount. The next 2 lenses I will be introducing is very interesting in terms of value these lenses provide. Normally super telephoto lenses are rather costly and bulky and heavy to carry, and is only within the reach of serious amateurs and professionals. Canon has come up with this new concept of lowering the barriers to entry for super telephoto lenses that are cheaper yet lightweight and compact at the same time. This opens up a whole world for nature, wildlife and sports photography, even for the average users. The RF 600 f11 IS STM and RF 800 f11 IS STM are able to achieve an incredible reduction in size and weight and maintain outstanding affordability by utilizing a fixed aperture design, diffractive optic lenses, and replacing most of the parts with durable plastics. Due to the compactness of these lenses, you can take it comfortably, for example on a wildlife tour, and still be able to shoot handheld. Also, the 2 new RF extenders work flawlessly with these two new lenses which extend the focal length up to 1200 mm and 1600 mm respectively. Finally, we have the RF 85 mm f2 macro IS STM. This lens is quite similar to the popular EF 85 f1.8 USM, and it allows you to take beautiful background blur photos for portraits. This lens also has the image stabilization and has a macro function of 0.5 times, which is surprisingly good. So this is all we have today, and thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon with another exciting activity.
This is it now, come out of the shadow.
Canon, delighting you always.
Thank you Suresh. සෑම දිනකටම සුබ දවසක් කියලා පතමින් මම පිළිගන්නවා නව Canon කැමරා සහ lenses ලංකාවට හඳුන්වා දීමේ උළෙල වෙනුවෙන්. මම ලක්මාල් පුල්ලපෙරුම Canon Metropolitan සමාගම වෙනුවෙන්. ජාරෝපකරණයට ලැබී Canon කැමරා භාවිතා නොකරන සියලු දෙනාම බොහොමත් උනන්දුවෙන් බලා සිටි මොහොතකට තමයි අපි මේ අද එළඹිලා තියෙන්නේ. මෙහිදී අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා R5, R6 යන කැමරා වර්ග දෙක මෙන්ම RF series එකේ Canon සමාගම අලුතෙන්ම හඳුන්වා දුන් lenses වර්ග කීපයක් ගැන ඔබට දැනුවත් කරන්න. ප්‍රථමව මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මෙම R5, R6 කැමරා දෙකෙන් වැඩි පහසුකම් ප්‍රමාණයක් ඔබට ලබා දීලා තියෙන R5 කැමරාවට විතරක් සුවිශේෂී වූ පහසුකම් මොනවද කියලා ඔබව දැනුවත් කරන්න. ඉතින් අපි R5 කැමරාව ගැන කතා කළොත් එහෙම R5 කැමරාවේ 45 megapixel full frame sensor එකක් අඩංගු කර තිබෙනවා. එම නිසා මෙම අලුත් sensor එක නිසා ඔබට ඉතා විශාල ප්‍රමාණයේ මුද්‍රණ කටයුත්තක් වුණත් කිසිම quality drop එකක් නැතුව කරගැනීමේ හැකියාව ලැබී තිබෙනවා. තවත් සුවිශේෂී කාරණාවක් විදියට මට හඳුන්වා දෙන්න පුළුවන් R5 කැමරාවකේ අලුතෙන් ලබා දීලා තියෙන වීඩියෝ ෆැසිලිටි එකක්. ඒ තමයි 8K 30 frames uncropped video facility එක. ඉතින් මේක DSLR mirrorless මාකට් එකට අලුත් හඳුන්වා දීමක් විදියට අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. එමෙන්ම මේ 8K වීඩියෝ පහසුකම ලබා ගැනීම සඳහාම Canon සමාගම මෙම R5 කැමරාවත් සමග අලුත් memory card slot එකක් ඔබට හඳුන්වා දීලා තිබෙනවා. ඒක CF Express විදියට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. මේක අමතරව R5 කැමරා එකේ top LCD panel එකක් එහෙම නැත්නම් second display එකකුත් ඇතුළත් කිරීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කරලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මෙම විශේෂ R5 එකේ features වලින් පස්සේ මම කැමති R5, R6 යන කැමරා දෙකටම අදාළ වෙන නව features මොනවද කියලා ඔබ හමුවේ තැබීමට. මෙම R5, R6 කැමරා දෙකේ අපි sensor එක ගැන කතා කළොත් එහෙම මෙම කැමරා දෙකෙහිම full frame sensor එකක් තමයි අඩංගු කරලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට R5 කැමරා එකේ 45 megapixel full frame sensor එකකුත් R6 කැමරා එකේදී 20 megapixel full frame sensor එකකුත් ඇතුළත් කිරීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කරලා තියෙනවා. මෙම full frame high megapixel sensor එක නිසා ඔබට ඉතා අඩු ආලෝක තත්ත්වවලදී වුණත් ඉතා උසස් මට්ටමේ ජයරූපයක් ගැනීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. එමෙන්ම මෙම R5, R6 යන කැමරා වර්ග දෙකටම Digic X එහෙම නැත්නම් Digic 10 වර්ගයේ නවතම ප්‍රොසෙසර් එක ඇතුළත් කිරීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කරලා තිබෙනවා. මෙම නව ප්‍රොසෙසර් එක නිසා 1,2400ක් දක්වා ISO මට්ටම් වලදී ඉතා හොඳ මට්ටමේ ජයරූපයක් ගැනීමේ හැකියාව ඔබට උදා වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම බොහොම දෙනෙක් උනන්දුවෙන් බලා සිටි ෆීචර් එකක් විදියට අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන් in-body image stabilization feature එක. මෙම පහසුකම Canon සමාගම ප්‍රථම වරට මෙම R5, R6 කැමරාත් එක්ක ඔබට ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මෙම in-body image stabilization feature එක නිසා ඔබට 8 stops එහෙම නැත්නම් නැවතුම් 8ක් දක්වා image stabilization පහසුකම ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තවත් වැදගත් දෙයක් තමයි මෙම කැමරා දෙකටම ඔබගේ පැරණි EF lens, EFS lens පාවිච්චි කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා adapter එකක් භාවිතා කිරීම මගින්. එම ඇඩැප්ටර් එක බගින් භාවිතා කරන පරණ non-IS lens එකක් වුණත් IS ඇති lens එකක් බවට හරවා ගැනීමේ පහසුකම මෙම in-body image stabilization පහසුකම නිසා ඔබට ලැබී තිබෙනවා. ක්‍රීඩා ජාරූපකරණය, වනජීවි ජාරූපකරණය වගේ දේවල් වලදී ඉතා වැදගත් වෙන ෆීචර් එකක් තමයි frames per second කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට අපිට මේ R5, R6 කැමරා දෙක මගින් mechanical shutter එක භාවිතා කිරීම මගින් 12 frames rate එකකුත් FPS අගයකුත් ඒ වගේම 20 frames second ප්‍රමාණයක් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රොනික ෂටර් එක මගිනුත් ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව මෙම කැමරා දෙකෙන් ඔබට ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා. එමෙන්ම මෙම කැමරා දෙක මගින් නව image format එකක් Canon සමාගම ඔබට හඳුන්වා දීලා තිබෙනවා. ඒක HEIF නැත්නම් high efficiency image format ලෙස අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. මෙම නව format එක නිසා ඔබට වැඩි දත්ත ප්‍රමාණයක් ඔබ ලබා ගන්න ඉමේජ් එකට ගබඩා කිරීමේ හැකියාව ලැබී තිබෙනවා. ඉතින් මෙම වැඩි ගබඩා කිරීමේ හැකියාව නිසා ඔබට පෝස්ට් ප්‍රොඩක්ෂන් වලදී එහෙම නැත්නම් එඩිට් කරනකොට ඔබට වඩා හොඳ මට්ටමේ එඩිට් එකක් කරගැනීමේ හැකියාව මෙම වැඩි දත්ත ප්‍රමාණය නිසා මෙම අලුත් ඉමේජ් ෆෝමැට් එක නැත්නම් හයි එෆිෂියන්සි ඉමේජ් ෆෝමැට් එක නිසා ඔබට ලැබී තිබෙනවා. තවත් විශේෂ ෆීචර් එකක් විදියට මෙම කැමරා එකේ ලබා දීලා තියෙන 100% ඔටෝ ෆෝකසින් කවරේජ් එක අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. එය තිරස් හා සිරස්ව සම්පූර්ණ කවරේජ් එකක් 100%ක ඔබට ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා. එමෙන්ම මෙම R5 R6 කැමරා දෙකේ අලුත් ෆීචර් එකක් විදියට අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන් ඔටෝ ෆෝකසින් වලදී ප්‍රයොරිටි ෆෝකසින් ලබා දීමේ හැකියාව. ඒදී ඔබ වයිල්ඩ් ලයිෆ් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි කරනවා නම් ඔබට සතුන් ෆෝකස් කිරීම වැඩි අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තිබෙනවා නම් ඔබට සතුන්ට අවශ්‍ය විදියට ප්‍රයොරිටි ෆෝකසින් සකස් කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඔබ පෝර්ට්‍රේට් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි නැත්නම් මිනිසුන්ගේ ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි කරනවා නම් ඔබට මිනිසුන්ව ෆෝකස් කිරීමට පහසුකම විදියට මෙම ප්‍රයොරිටි ෆෝකසින් එක සැකසීමේ හැකියාව මෙම R5 R6 කැමරා දෙකේ ඔබට ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අර මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේම අඩු ආලෝක තත්ත්වවලදී මෙම කැමරා දෙකෙන්ම ඔබට ඉතා උසස් මට්ටමේ ඉමේජ් එකක් ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාවට ගොඩක් ෆීචර්ස් ඉන්ක්ලූඩ් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒදී අපිට EV-6.5 වගේ අගයකට යෑමේ හැකියාව R6 කැමරා එක මගෙනුත් EV-6 අගයකට යෑම සඳහා R5 කැමරාව මගෙනුත් ලබා දීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මේ කැමරා එකේ අපිට බැටරිය ගැන කතා කළොත් එහෙම මෙහි එන්නේ LPE6NH කියන නවතම බැටරි විශේෂයක්. නමුත් මෙම බැටරිය පාවිච්චි කළාට ඔබගේ පරණ LPE6 හෝ LPE6N වර්ගවල ඕනම බැටරි එකක් මෙම R5 R6 එකත් එක්ක භාවිතා කිරීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා. නමුත් මෙම අලුත් බැටරියත් සමග කැපැසිටි එක නැත්නම් බැටරි ලයිෆ් එක වැඩි කිරීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කර තිබෙනවා. මෙමරි කාඩ් ස්ලොට් ගැන කතා කළොත් එහෙම මෙම R5 R6 යන කැමරා දෙකෙහිම ඩුවල් කාඩ් ස්ලොට් ඇතුළත් කිරීමට Canon සමාගම කටයුතු කර තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක ගොඩක් ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆර්ස්ලාට හැමෝටම ඉතා වැදගත් ෆීචර් එකක් විදියට අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම මේ කැමරා දෙකේ කනෙක්ටිවිටි පැත්ත ගැන කතා කළොත් එහෙම අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන් මේ කැමරා දෙකේම Wi-Fi තියෙනවා. ඉතින් Wi-Fi තිබෙන නිසා ඔබගේ ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකට එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔබගේ ඩෙස්ක්ටොප් එකට ලැප්ටොප් එකට එහෙම නැත්නම් අවශ්‍ය වෙලාවක කලින් සෙටප් කර ගැනීමෙන් පසුව සර්වර් එකක් දක්වා ඔබගේ ඉමේජස් අප්ලෝඩ් කර ගැනීමට ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර ගැනීමට ඔබට හැකියාව ලැබී තිබෙනවා. අවසාන වශයෙන් මම අදහස් කළා Canon සමාගම R5 R6 කැමරාත් සමගම ඔබට හඳුන්වා දුන්නු නව ලෙන්ස් වර්ග කීපයක් ගැන ඔබට විස්තර කරන්න. Canon සමාගම මේ සමගම ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙනවා RF 800 f11 IS STM ලෙන්ස් එකක්. ඒ වගේම RF 600 f11 IS STM ලෙන්ස් එකක්. මෙම ලෙන්ස් වර්ග දෙකම ටෙලිෆොටෝ ප්‍රයිම් ලෙන්ස් ගණයට තමයි අයත් වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් වයිල්ඩ් ලයිෆ් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි, බර්ඩ් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි කරන අයට ලොකු ඇඩ්වාන්ටේජ් එකක් මේ වගේ ලෙන්ස් වලින් ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම වැදගත්ම දේ තමයි මෙම ලෙන්ස් දෙකම බොහොම ඇෆෝඩබල් මිලකට Canon සමාගම ඔබට ලබා දීලා තිබෙනවා. ඒ වගේම Canon සමාගම වයිල්ඩ් ලයිෆ් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි, ස්පෝර්ට් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි වගේ දේවල් වලට ඉතා වැදගත් වෙන තවත් RF ලෙන්ස් එකක් මේ සමග හඳුන්වා දී තිබෙනවා. ඒක තමයි RF 100 to 500 f4.5 to 7.1 L IS USM ලෙන්ස් එක. මෙම ලෙන්ස් එක ටෙලිෆොටෝ zoom ලෙන්ස් එකක් විදිහට අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. අනිත් එක මේක L series ගණයේ ලෙන්ස් එකක්. ඊට අමතරව තවත් ලෙන්ස් එකක් මේ සමග හඳුන්වා දීමට කටයුතු කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ තමයි RF 85mm f2 ලෙන්ස් එක. මෙම ලෙන්ස් එක පෝර්ට්‍රේට් ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි වගේම මැක්‍රෝ ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි සඳහා යොදා ගන්නට හැකියාව තියෙනවා. ඉතින් බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි අද අපිත් සමග මෙම උළෙලට එකතු වුණාට. ඉතින් මට ලැබුණු බොහොම කෙටි වෙලාවෙන් මම R5 R6 කැමරා ගැන විස්තර ඔබට ඉදිරිපත් කළා. නමුත් මේ පිළිබඳව තවත් තොරතුරු රාශියක් අපි ඉදිරියේදී ඔබට ගෙන ඒමට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපි ශාස්ත්‍රීය ප්‍රවීණයන් සමග R5 R6 කැමරාවල ෆීචර්ස් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඩේ ටු ඩේ ෆොටෝග්‍රැෆි වර්ක් එකේදී කොහොමද අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ කියලා අපි වීඩියෝ ඇසුරෙන් ඔබට ලබා දීමට කටයුතු කරනවා. ඉතින් මෙම වීඩියෝ නරඹීම තුළින් ඔබට මෙම R5 R6 කැමරා ගැන ඒ වගේම මෙම ලෙන්ස් පිළිබඳව විශාල දැනුම සම්භාරයක් ලබා ගැනීමේ හැකියාව ඉදිරියේදී ලැබෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ආරාධනා කර සිටිනවා අපේ YouTube channel එක follow කරන්න, අපේ social media network එක සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න, අපිත් එක්ක නිතරම connectivity එක තියාගෙන ඉන්න. ඉදිරියේදී ගොඩක් මේ R5 R6 RF lens ගැන අපි ගොඩක් දේවල් ඔබට ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. මම දුමිදු ලක්මාල් පුල්ලපෙරුම Canon Metropolitan සමාගම වෙනුවෙන් බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
Metropolitan Photohub is the only authorized distributor for Canon cameras in Sri Lanka. We have been providing only genuine Canon products to our customers for over 4 decades. We have also invested in the only authorized Canon camera service and repair center in the island. Our expert factory-trained engineers provide regular maintenance and repairs using specialized testing equipment and tools to ensure accuracy and precision. Depend only on the professionals when you use professional gear. Our customers trust and value our 15-month genuine warranty, knowing that they can always count on the Metropolitan customer care team to keep your gear in peak operating condition. Metropolitan Photohub. Experience the difference.
We hope that during these few minutes you've gained an understanding of the capabilities of the Canon's new EOS R5, R6 and RF lens series. By now, you're probably very excited to touch, try and experience this amazing new photo imaging equipment. We're hoping to have these models on our display by mid to end September at our new Canon Image Square showroom at Metropolitan Photohub down Baybrook Place, Colombo 2. But before that, we are putting these new products into the hands of top photographers in the Sri Lankan photography industry to test out its performance and capabilities in real life conditions. So watch out for that. Also, subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube and Instagram channels to stay tuned to the updates on these exciting events as and when it happens. Once again, thank you very much for joining us live today. Cheers!
It's been a while. We've been waiting for this machine to come, but now it's here and it's 45 megapixels with excellent dynamic range. So cropping is not going to be a problem. Tilt screen, it's a must for wildlife photographers these days for low angle shots, and it's got a brilliant tilt screen coupled with 2 card slots. So capacity, shooting, never a problem.
Moving on to the R5 is a natural progression for someone like me. I've become dependent on the weather sealing of the body because the camera travels with me all over the world, and I need the body to be dependable and weatherproof like the 5D is when I move on to a mirrorless system to move on to the R5.
I need to sometimes get a shot very fast, very quick, first time. So having those focus points is going to be, I think, something that I'd really like to try out.
ඉතින් ලෝකෙම overheat කරපු topic එකක් තමයි Canon ලගේ R5 සහ R6 කියන camera launch එක. ළඟදිම මට මේ cameras දෙකේ real production samples දෙකක් අතට හම්බ වෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ cameras දෙක අරගෙන අපි ගිහිල්ලා ලංකාවේ ලස්සන තැන් වලට ගිහිල්ලා මේකේ photos, videos අරගෙන මේ camera එකේ හොඳ සහ මේ camera එකේ performance සහ අනිකුත් features ගැන ඕගොල්ලන්ට මම review එකක් ගේනවා.
Canon, delighting you always.